Everybody's heard of John Dillinger, Pretty Boy Floyd, Bonnie and Clyde. The Barkers were 100% worse than them.
What's so unique about this house? Well, there's several things. Number one, longest gun battle in FBI history on this property. A lot of gun battles during the gangster era happened in public places. This happened on private property. Until the house was donated in 2016, this was a one family-owned house. And when you walk in the house, it looks exactly like it did the day of the shootout.
So on the morning of January 16, 1935, about 6 o'clock in the morning, 14 men called the flying squad surround this house. One man is SAIC, special agent in charge. His name is E.J. Connolly. As soon as Agent Connolly thought it was light enough that they could see around the house, he approached the house and he called out to everybody in the house. The house is surrounded by federal agents. Everybody in the house is to come out one at a time with your hands up. Freddie Barker first. Freddie Barker and his brother, there was 4 brothers, his immediate brother Arthur, they were cold-blooded killers. He wanted Freddie out first. As he's backing up, he told them if they didn't come out, he would shoot tear gas into the house. He starts to back up, and according to Agent White's memo, a woman yells, "What are you gonna do?" Now, we don't know if she was yelling that to Agent Connolly or to her son Freddie. When Connolly hears that, he starts backing up. He orders Agent Madala and Agent McDade to shoot tear gas into the house. They shoot the tear gas, it doesn't go in. It hits the side of the house and it blows up out here. As soon as the tear gas opens up, machine gun fire starts coming out of the upstairs southwest windows, which has to be those. When that happens, Agent Muzzy and McDade open fire. At that point, gunfire, shots come out of the downstairs southwest window, which has to be this room, which tells us now, knowing what we know, it had to be Ma Barker returning the fire. Although this goes down as a 5-hour shootout, it was basically a 2-hour shootout and a 3-hour standoff. After the shootout was over, an agent by the name of Stapleton did an inventory in the house. He counted 641 bullets. You'll see some of the patchwork where the bullets have been patched all through here. These windows were all shot out. The outside of the house was all shot up. And you can see some of the bullets here are still here from the shootout when they sent this tear gas into the back of the house. And Freddie Barker come up here and started shooting. So some of the bullet holes are still here, some in the door you can see.
So the property had been sold and either the house was going to be destroyed or needed to be moved. The Bradford family kindly gave the house and the contents to the county of Marion. The Friends gives us a way to channel the enthusiasm, both as for volunteers and as well as financial donations, to keep this time capsule going.
This is the front part of Kearney Island Park in Lake Weir. Basically what they did was move the house down onto a barge, a floating barge, and then at that point they floated the house across the lake. The bluff tapers off to lake level, and at that point that was the location that they were able to pull up to easily get the house off of the barge.
We've got the house now here, we've got it stabilized. We're now into the next phase of moving towards getting state and federal historic designations on the house. Once we have those, then we can go to the state of Florida and the federal government and apply for grants. Where the Friends is so important and individual people helping us is that then we can use money given to the Friends Association as matching money for state and federal grants. So there used to be an outward house right next door that was the servants' quarters at the time. We're recreating that building to make the house ADA accessible, but to also be our interpretive center where we will be able to run video explaining to people before they come to the house the story of what got Ma and Fred Barker to here that fateful day on January 16th, 1935.
Currently, we offer 4 tours a month. They happen on specific days. In order to sign up, you would call the Marion County Parks and Recreation office, and we would schedule you. The tour is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours long, and it is $10 per person. It's truly incredible that Marion County, with open arms, accepted this want and need for historical preservation, especially for something as phenomenal as this. It's not everywhere that, you get to have an incredible FBI gangster shootout like in your backyard. I think it's important that we do promote and tell future generations about the stuff that's happened around them. We need to keep protecting sites like this, and we need to keep making them interesting and fun and enjoyable.
We're caretakers and stewards for this house at the moment we're here, and that's why you have to have an ongoing fundraising arm, such as the Friends of Ma Barker, to make sure the next generation carries it, so the story is told of what happened here, of one of the great stories of FBI emergence and victory over the gangster era. The interest has been enormous from all over the country. For whatever it is, gangsters still are an enormous part of American culture. We want to get all the individual contributors we can, and you can go to mabarkerhouse.org and you can see what's going on here and become what we call Friends of Ma Barker. You can join the Ma Barker gang.